All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get started today. Ray Reynolds here with rayswebinar.com. Ultimate goal is to get everybody to the $1 million dream. Now, a lot of things to learn. Get out that tablet and pen, write things down. Don't take pictures. Do not videotape as well. We got to put it in our brain. Ultimate goal is everybody does what they want. We got to get through it. Now, building your millions and millions of dollars. It's not hard to do when you know how to. Problem is a lack of knowledge is what gets people stuck. So let's look at 2021. I'll call it fast track blackjack year. We got to win. No matter what's happened in the past, we get to go win. Now today, as you look at this is basically an exceptional credit score. It's an 820. Main thing is 90 days from now, your credit can be rebuilt up to basically an 820. But guess what? I might ask you to do one or two things. I like to do 98% for you, but you're going to have to follow through. So an 820 score is not a problem. Now let's think about something today. Let's write down two things. Leveraging money and borrow money is not taxable. See, the goal about money is everybody wants it. Money or credit. Here's $1 million plus. So what do we get to do? We get to figure some things out. Now, one of the things about money, remember, borrow money is not taxable, and write down leveraging of money. If I had $1,000, if I wanted to leverage it, I can reference it by 3 times by 5. By the way, in about 45 working days, it becomes about $15,000 on $1,000. If I had 5,000, it becomes about 75,000. In other words, borrow money is not taxable. Debt is good if it is structured the right way under corporations and structure. Unfortunately, what most people do, they kind of jack it and get screwed up. So here's some goals. This should be your goals for the next 6 months, and I like to do the work for you. I like to hand it to you, by the way. Here's a $100,000 card. All right, it's a corporate card. We get to write off the card the interest rate, and that's what we want to do. Personal credit you can't write off at all. So let's get you $100,000 of credit. Next, the thing I want to do is set you up a corporation. If you got one, I'll help you build the one you got. If you got one, you haven't done anything, which 9 out of 10 people don't do anything at all, you're going to need some help. Now, the bottom line is if you don't have it, I'll hand you the articles, also as tax ID, for free in one of our programs. Pretty simple. Now, buying real estate through a division of a corporation. Can you imagine if you had 5 houses in your name? That means you have 10 liabilities. Someone slips and falls, they're going to sue you and take everything you got. Under a corporation, the same thing happens, and they pierce the veil and come after you. If all 5 properties under divisions, you could separate pieces in case there's a problem. Next thing is let's talk about franchise. I'd like to get you one that has a drive-through that's open to any pandemic, no matter what happens that anybody says or do. Now think about this. If you don't want to run it, it's okay. There's a lot of companies that will run a franchise for you. Here's your 6 months goals that I'm offering to do for you. I'll even hand you the keys. Now from here, here's the 12 months goals. $1 million of cash in a corporate bank account, tax-free. Now, living in your dream house, $5 million of real estate and more franchises. So you got to have a way to make some money. The ultimate goal is pretty well up to you. As we look at this, let's do a couple things in the beginning. We got to plan the problem. I don't know what's happened to you in the past. You fell down, someone knocked you down, got in your way. Where are you at today? You see, if you're not the $1 million corporation to $1 billion corporation, that's what you're looking for. Let's write down the word safety credit. See, here's 2 credit cards of $50,000 apiece. As an example, I can't write off the personal credit card or the interest rate at all. So why would I jack up my personal credit, hurt my family, hurt me? That makes no sense. So in the back of your credit cards, pull them out of your purse or wallet today, put a sticky. That's right, I really want a sticky on the back of your card. I want you to write down the limit. I want you to write down what 25% is. What's 29%? See, the problem we have with this is pretty simple. All right, you basically got your SSN as a teenager. Social Security card, you got some free money called credit, and most people jacked it up and got stuck, couldn't get any more. I want you to understand something today. Go to Credit Karma because it's free. Yes, they got indicted in the past. That's okay. They kind of lied. They're part of basically TransUnion anyway. They update every 7 days anyway. Anything you see that's at 29% for you is in the green. 30% is in the yellow. Anything above that's in the red. They can't lie about that today. So the goal is make sure you have your credit. You know the rules and tools you put on the back of your card. You don't violate the rules. Next time you pull out that card, You got to think about it and put yourself in check. Should I jack it up today or not? Next, I want you to write down the line of defense. Can you imagine if we use common sense? I mean common sense. You drive through your city today, you see a Wells Fargo Bank, a B of A, Chase, and other banks too. They bankrupt the location. All right, they write it off on their taxes, and they have other locations today. See, they know how to play the game, but what did you do when you screwed up? When your business didn't make it or you fell down and went, boo, what'd you do? Feel sorry for you? Problem is you got it set up the wrong way in the first place. All right, you got to understand the word line of defense. See it, believe it, go get it. You got a choice today. All right, I want you to put those stickies in the back of the card. Never bring the pain home, and understand the line of defense for you. You see, look at the grocery stores and the banks in your city today. Every one of them have a branch number. That's how they got away. No, they didn't get away with anything. They got to do what they're allowed to do. The IRS rule book is the rule book we're supposed to play by. So let's think about it today. And don't tell me they did this because of the pandemic. They've been closing hundreds of locations per year before pandemic. So guess what we've got to do? Now, learning my journey just a little bit, it's okay. Then I want to help you build your journey today. So let's understand what this means. It's pretty simple to do. Now, I got born in a taxi. A little girl got pregnant, got me, gave me a girl's name, raised my middle name. So we don't have excuses. Then I got to be with Mrs. Hope. Mrs. Hope, the she-devil from hell. You see, she got her weekly and monthly checks. And then she dropped me off with the Redondo Beach Pier every morning at 6:30 since the age of 3. If I saw her today, I'd say thank you for scaling the hell out of me. So next, think about it. I didn't like to steal and beg off the pier. I kind of thought it sucked. So what did I do? I got my first Lamborghini as a kid, teenager by the way. Got my Lamborghini collection, my Duffys, my mansions, broke some world records having fun. I parked my race boat in my backyard. Where you park yours again? Helicopter, yachts, and don't forget the Ferraris too. See, this isn't the brag. This is actually flat out, why haven't you done this? Are these turned on? Are you doing something today? You see, I know you wasted thousands of dollars in crap. You listen to somebody motivational crap too. Motivation's good, but don't ever expect it to hand you the money. I mean, I'll hand you the money and the credit. Then I'll ask you to get out of the way while I build it for you anyway. So write down and raise rules today. You got no more excuses after you meet me. I even wrote Winning the Game of Business 43 years ago. Now look at the bottom there. It says repackage in America. All right, that was kind of fun too. Understand, I want you to write down a corporation's a legal person. Can you do that for me, please? By the time I was 9.5, I set up Helping Hand. Got 100,000 in the mail. All right, got 1,014,000, double billion, 26 so far in corporate structure. How am I doing so far? After my coma in 2009, because I got to die, I studied to be basically get another PhD and get to be a pastor of a church. I get to have fun, but I get to tell you how to do it right too. But I make mistakes because I'm a sinner, probably just like you. Nobody's perfect besides Jesus Christ. So that's how it works. Now understand something today. All right? You're stuck with me at every seminar, workshop, and boot camp, and I have no excuses. You won't have any after today. See, most people will get and lost their job, have an emergency. They all do the same thing. They run out of time, they run out of money, and then they jack up their credit again. I don't get it. They all bring the paid home in 42 days. It's typical. You've been using the wrong money in the first place, by the way. Now, let's understand something. I'm the guy who used to train Ken Yarborough, security chief at TOW in Hesperia. I even made him the president of one of my companies years ago. Maybe today you'll let me train you. So let's do this. Write down Credit Services Act. Now, Google it later today. It'll take you to the Federal Trade Commission. They'll tell you credit repair is a scam, not like money up front. I know one of you say, I work with Lexington Law, $90 a month for 10 years. Oh, good. It only takes 90 days to basically rebuild someone's credit. The next thing, it'll refer to you to the Credit Repair Organization Act, where it says attorneys can't do credit repair. Let's learn the facts and the rules and the tools that are public record for you. Let's hold hands and let's get you there. All right? Building relationships and dreams. I've done it for 43 years. 17 million millionaire clients and 16 billion so far. This is just the Federal Trade Commission's rules. It's about time you pay attention. Now, there's something called a boost by Hesperia. Now, let's understand something. Since I trained Ken Yarborough, security chief at TOW Hesperia a long time ago, you see their boost will get you up to 16 points. I don't know if you know this, but they moved out of the country years ago to Dublin, Ireland, because they didn't want to play by the rules. They've been hacked 100 times. They've been indicted 100 times too. When you do their boost, you got to register your basically electric bill, light bill, cable bill, and water too. And then they want you to register your bank account. Isn't that nice? I told this lady, disconnect your bank account. And what does it say? Your Chase account, security reasons. Don't worry, we'll just easily fix it. Connect it. I mean, I'm sorry to say, I wouldn't be stupid enough to be their boost for 16 points when they can hack my bank account. I mean, Equifax got hacked last year too. Bottom line is, if you want to play that game, go ahead. Good luck to you. Now, I like Rapid Refresh. It actually works. You get 40 to 200 points. If you like one of those, let me know. All right, I created that years ago too. As an example, they had a 500 score. I got them less than 45 days, 157 points with 708. Would you like one? When I was done, I had an 820. A total of 211 points altogether. So remember that 820, if you rebuild the credit the right way, do a rapid rescore and seal it, you don't have to worry about it coming back, and it only takes about 90 days. Working days, by the way. Now, I want you to pull out your Social Security card. Come on, ladies, it's in your purse next to your feet. Gentlemen, it's in your back pocket. Now, you probably didn't read the card front and back completely. Let's see what it says today. Do not laminate. Do not use for ID purposes. And what did you do when you wrote it on an application? You broke the rules. Congratulations. Here's the application we filled out as a teenager. We were told to fill it out, get a job, get the 1040 tax return. That's all it was for. Now, look at the card. Come on, please. It says Property Association Administration, not you. It's not even your card. So when the creditors use it and abuse it too, a rapid rescore can seal it, block it, and shoot your score to an 820. Would you like one of those? Let me know. You see, what happens in most cases, I'd like to basically repackage your life. House, car, banking, everything you can do. I want you to be at my workshops this Saturday all through the day. I'd like to repackage everything you do, then hand you the keys as well. I'll even guarantee it too. I know some of people, they want to have their sad story and they can't get out of go. I want to get you past go. Get it? You see, I've been in 2 comas in my life so far. No excuses for me. I had to eat. So when they said money for a rainy day as a kid, I kept asking, what does that mean? Those grown-ups couldn't explain it to me because in my life it doesn't rain, it always pours. So let's think about this today. Let's say you needed $5,000. You needed it now. And I mean now. You ask your friends, your family, and the bank. They all say no. What are you going to do? Because you backed yourself in a corner. If you had a $5,000 card like I got on the screen or in my hand, if you had to use it today and max it out, the payment's only $50 a month. You know what the average person does? They waste $50 every other day. Maybe you. You know, they also say that the average person wastes $140 a week. Is that true about you? That's $600 a month. Remember, personal credit, I can't write it off. These are each $50,000 a piece. Can't write off the card, the interest rate at all. But if I had to max out one of these cards today, all right, all it would be is $612.26. Well, if the average person wastes and pisses away in a given month, I would have bought them 2 pizzas delivery service or a drive-through. Stop wasting money. And remember, the back of your card today, I want you to put a sticky there. That's right. I want you to make sure you put yourself in check. I want the limit. I want 25 and 29%. You take a card past 20%, you drop your score, hell, you can't get any more. That's on you. You're a grown-up. Let's learn the rules and tools. The only thing you can tell me is, nobody taught me, Ray. What do you think I've been doing for 43 years? Plan the problem, safety, credit, line of defense. See it, believe it, go get it. The only thing in your way right now today will be you. So we got the ability to go get it today. Now let's remember, I want you to set up your goal list. A goal list is an inventory list. It's your journey. But then you need an activity list for every goal you want to achieve. What are the steps? You're going to have to believe in yourself. Me, I always believed in God, and I believe in me. Like when I broke the record for the highest kick on the planet still today. Heck, I used to kick the basketball hoop too. Kind of fun. What did it prove? Number 1, white men can jump. And a lot of silly people say we can't. So don't listen to those dummies around you. God gave you a gift and a dream. Why don't you see it, believe, and go get it? In other words, get out of the way and let me rebuild you anyway. SSN, get a job, 1040 tax return. That's all it was for. But today, You got to look in the IRS's rules. It's right in front of you. And you know what? You got your Experian, Equifax, TransUnion too. The moment you jack up a card past 21%, plop. You can't get any more. It's just the truth. It will set you free. Put the stick in the back of the card, please. You see, you got to realize we are the collateral of the United States of America Incorporated. That's why the government gave us an SSN so they can bond us and print more money. Especially ever since Nixon took the gold standard out. So on that tablet and pen, please write down and raise rules again. Write down 100,000 of credit this time. 29% usage. That'd give you 71,000 of safety credit. In case blank hit the fan, you lost your job, or there's a pandemic, you can feed your family up to 2 years. Your choice is pretty simple, but when you take all the money and all the credit from your family and you roll the dice, all you do is hurt your family. Can you stop that starting today, please? Never bring the pain home. You've been using the wrong money in the first place, by the way. You got to learn rage rules to play. Now, we can always have a sad story and play the little violin, blah, blah, blah. My first coma, I was 5.5 years old. Second coma in 2009. There I am. I died at 5:41 in the afternoon. That's when they call the time of death. What did I do wrong? Worth billions of dollars. Oh, well, what did we do? We took the corporate yacht from my backyard to watch the fireworks with a group of people. Some of the people had swine flu and pneumonia. Pandemic number 9 killed me the next day. Next thing happens, very simple. I'm in a dream, I thought. I heard the doctor say he's not going to make it, he's going to die. I heard my wife scream her head off. Then I heard my CPA, who I made him a multimillionaire, tell my wife, I'm sorry Ray didn't make it today, but could you sign the POA, the power of attorney? I screamed my head off, but nobody could hurt me that day. So I said, God, please let me go back. Let me help people the rest of my life and honor you. That way I can take care of my family too. Guess what? I'm back. And guess what we get to do? I had H1N1 pandemic number 9. Kind of sucks. But I did get to come back. And guess what? There's my race boat, my yacht in my backyard in the large Udock Huntington Harbor, where you park yours again. I'm always from Show Me State. So many people go blah, 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 like this guy with the stupid hat. All right, he didn't have a pot to piss until he went blah, 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 and you threw the money at him, getting motivation. Motivation lasts less than 6 days. What you really need is the money. Let's go get it. Well, that good luck. You see, I didn't want to die, but someone came on my yacht and killed me. But God gave me a second chance. So in 5 weeks, walking around with an oxygen tank, I put my score back to an 820. Then I popped a $1 million credit card the 6th week. You see, I have my 5 closet divisions. I have a backup for a backup. Now, if anybody says, think beyond the box, they're an idiot. There's no damn box. There never has been. Okay? You think there's a box, forget it. Then you're never going to go get it. There's no limitations to you besides you. Bottom line is today, you don't get a do-over. You get to live or die. I'd tell you wear a mask, but half of you are going to argue about that too. It takes a moment to die and a lifetime to live. Which one are you going to pick? It's going to be up to you. Bottom line is, since I was a little boy at 2.5, crying my eyes out, looking in the mirror, after they used and abused me one more time as a little boy, I cried my eyes out that day. I looked at myself and said, I got to figure this out. Ever since that day, I wake up at 2:25 in the morning. Always have, can't sleep past that at all. So what did I do today? I dropped to my knees, said, thank you, Jesus, for another day. Then I go to do the raised mirror test. I want you to try this once or twice. Go look in the mirror. When no one's looking around, ask yourself 2 questions. In other words, put yourself in check. All right? Have you completed everything you need to? The answer is no. Is there more to be done? Always. If you got up past 4:30 this morning, you don't want it bad enough. That's the biggest problem with you. The next thing is you go ask your friends and family what they think. And then every time you talk, they interrupt you and say, you got to do this or that. You know they're full of you know what, right? Please do yourself a favor. Quit letting people cloud your direction. Shh. 90 days. Don't say a word. Let me rebuild you my way. And then let them ask, how'd you do this or that? All you got to say is raisewebinar.com. Now let's go get the money. You see, money for me is pretty simple. I don't have to beg, all right, eat out of a trash can, or be on the pier from there and steal. I can use my personal credit for safety. My corporate credit, write it all off too. This is your life. You ready to play? We got to make sure I repackage all of you because I'm sorry to say you didn't get to the million yet, have you? Why not? I did it by the time I was 14. Now today, most people hate their job anyway. It's okay. We're getting older, slower. We're not as pretty as we used to be. Go back to the job you hate. It's okay. Because why? Eventually they're going to fire you anyway. Then you're going to go deliver some pizza. Is that your American dream? I hope not. But the reality is this. When I was with Mrs. Hope, the she-devil from hell, they had a poker game. I listened to it every week. I wrote down my notes. I thought it was weird. Probably true. You know what I did the next day because I couldn't sleep at night? I rode my bicycle to the Torrance Police Department. I knew there was a library next door. I went in and said, "Ma'am, would you help me, please? Here's a microface. Here's a book." Then I got pissed off. I read the book. See, here's the problem with all of you. You've wasted thousands on crap. You're listening to motivation, which is good, but the bottom is you bought into their motivational crap. Because without the damn money, you can't go get it. The next thing, you've been looking for the blueprint, the instruction manual all your life. Exactly what I needed. Well, no one handed it to me. I had to create it myself. God, me. So I want you to focus today and understand something. Those 12 books and CDs, those are exactly the steps that I did to bring in up to $2 billion to 26. Now, I didn't have $1 billion of real estate, sorry. I only had $841 million under corporate structure, by the way, before the coma. But I wrote a book called Buckets of Money, Tax Balancing, Become the Bank Too. Don't forget winning the game of business. Now, let's understand something. I was at the Bonaventure for 32 years every Wednesday night at 7 o'clock. A line around the hotel, get hold of me. I used to sell my 18 books and CDs in my classes and workshops for about $20,000 a pop. I got 17 millionaire clients now, and I got 16 billionaires too. I've done $3.6 billion for my clients so far. Would you like some for you? Now remember, to the office today want to sell you the 18 books and CDs for about $999, a good price. During the webinar with me, I give you half price. So if you want the blueprint 18 book CDs, it's $499. That's all you got to do. All right, and then I want you at the workshops with me anyway. Well, when we ship books and products and CDs, we got a Zelle wire deposit. Okay, so Zelle today if you want half price. Now, here's what I want to do for all of you. I want to rebuild your credit the right way. I got $10 million of history on the dashboards. I'm an affiliate, 115 creditors. So I'm allowed to build credit reports for tax IDs. I can even certify for you too. Rapid rescore. If you got a corporation, oh goody. If you didn't do anything, I'll help build it up. If not, I'll hand you the articles, also tax ID for free in one of my programs today. I want to take away your excuses, by the way. Every credit card you got in your personal wallet today, what do you want you to do? I want to stick you on the back of the card. What's the limit? What's 25%? What's 29%? You maintain that, you maintain an 820 credit score. Ultimate goal is up to you. Still got to make you a qualified CFO. That's just the ultimate goal. See, I got $1 million of what? Credit history for you on the dashboards ready to pop you, corporation and division 2. But here's the thing about making money. Maybe you want to do it under real estate. A fixer-upper, an apartment complex, something like that too. What about a franchise? I'd like to get you one of those, but if you don't want to run it, it's okay. There's companies that will run it for you too. So let's understand something today. When I was incorporating all the rich and famous people for years having fun, I developed 84 ways to leverage money and credit to about $100 million. You want to play? Let me know, please. I said earlier, house, car, bank account. Remember that? Here's one of the Lamborghinis at the time in the collection at the time. See, rich and famous people drive company cars, but not you. Your car's registered to you, so that makes you a duck. Can you write down tax ID and division, please? See, rich and famous people drive off, they write off all the cars and all the things they have to pay for. You get your paycheck barely because they tax it. You get the leftover. You pay for a car you should not. Then you're taking all the money and credit from the family and going, wee, let's hurt the family some more. I don't know if you know this, but the reality is your paycheck is called taxable income. So they tax and give you the leftover. With that leftover, if you're paying the payment, gas, registration, insurance, can you yell the word no right away, please? Why aren't you driving a company car? Why are you riding it all off today? And why are you the registered owner? You like being a duck? Reality is SSN, get a job, 1040 tax return. That's all the IRS rules are for. S is 4 times 4. What's it say on line 10? Oh, credit? No, it says banking and credit purposes. So when I build you corporate credit, we get to write off the car interest rate too. You get to have your corporation financed by itself practically. Ultimate goal, IRS is public record to you. Now here's your life. SSN equals 1, you're a duck. S is 4 times 4 and more. The ability to make sure we don't bring the pain home ever again. Next thing, let's think about this today. Can you draw the 4 boxes in front of you? See, that's going to be called the pattern of 4. Now, I want you to do is basically understand. When I wrote the rules in 86, you set up the line of defense. Something goes wrong with a piece of the, like a division, kind of like a bank or a grocery store. What are we going to do? We're going to keep all the other pieces and get rid of the bad piece. But we're never going to bring the pain home. Why did you do that? Why did you ever bring the pain home? I don't get it. It makes no sense to me. You have the ability using the right money and the right credit as well. Now, the only thing about a 29%, that's what you're stuck with, unless it's a gold and a platinum card. I don't know if you want 1 or you want 10. All right, this represents 10 million. This only represents $1 million. So I don't know how much you want today. Remember, I want you to have a corporate umbrella. And then beginning 3 divisions, then 9 more. See, if we had a division for what? Property, real estate, franchise, bucket of money, we have the ability, if something goes wrong with a piece, just like that bank and grocery store, we get rid of the bad piece. We keep all the pieces. Would you like a pack of 10 of these? Let me know, please. See, the goal is let me do the SS4 for you, which allows me to certify in the Spear and Treasury and Equifax for you. Corporate credit, you get to write off the interest rate on the credit card. How many would you like today? All right, see, the corporation should finance itself. SS 4 times 4. If you allow me to, you're going to have divisions for real estate, franchise, current business. $100,000 of corporate credit. Right off the card interest rate 2, $1 million card 2. Which one you like? I like them both. Would you like them both today? Next thing is basically, I look at this. $100,000 of personal credit. The moment you jacked it up, you hurt your family. Why would you do that? Don't tell me you didn't have any alternatives. I've been doing this for 43 years. It's like, where the hell you been? 29%, write it down. 71,000 of safety credit. All right, blankets the fan, pandemic, lose your job. You can feed your family up to 2 years easily. But you bring the pain home after meeting me. Ray's rules are pretty simple for you. SSN, you got 1, you're a duck. S is 4 times 4. What did it say on line 10 again? Look at it. It's right in front of you again. Banking and credit purposes. Learn to play. See, IRS's rules, public record today, too. Now, here's the problem with some people. 6 out of 100 people. They violate the rules all the time. What do? I add a bunch of history, and they go clickety-clack. All right, and they get these in the mail, and then they apply for credit. I tell them not to. Don't crash a rapid rescore. Do not screw up the product or the service. I got a 100% success rate as long as you follow through. Now, here's a lady didn't want to wait anymore. She got a $300 card, not even pocket change. Gentlemen, I got him to a 621. I'm not even barely done. I owe him a $1,000 card. Told him to get an open sky. He got $3,000 on the starter card I got him. I got 3 times as much as I promised him in the first place. You see, I want you to play. I want you to write down credit rebuilding today. Got to do a rapid rescore, push the score up, seal the record, and go get some more. 820. I want to hand you a $1,000 credit card. What I've done for 43 years is give you 2 to 10 times credit back to you, what you invest in yourself, and this all belongs to you anyway. In other words, I take you away excuses. Excuses do not feed the family, put food on the table. So today, I'll hand you articles, also tax ID for free, set up in level 1, class 2. Unless you already have it. That'll be free, by the way. The office sells this for $9.98. You're on a webinar with me live. That means I do it for $4.99 for you, as long as you sell it during the webinar. I also offer you the 12 books and CDs, how I brought it up to that $2 billion at 26. You want to play? You basically have to sell, now, $4.99. Now, the starter package for the Millionaire It's nice, but I'll bet you want to be a millionaire, don't you? Raise your hand high so I can call that silly and dumb. Oh, you want $1 million paycheck too? Silly and dumb. See, let's focus. You get a paycheck, it's taxed, you get the leftover. Corporations bring in millions and billions of dollars, pay all the bills first, then pay tax on the leftover. Which game you want to play? It's the IRS's rules. So let's not get a paycheck of $1 million. Let's break even over there and get millions and billions over here. So if I basically do credit rebuilding, make a qualified CFO, articles also tax ID, division classes, and level 1 with me, and I do the work for you, how can you screw that up and guarantee it too? Today, that comes with $10,000 of credit. Office sells it for $1,999 today. I always give half price, $999 to you. That's 25 times credit back to you. By the way, I hand you the Millionaire's Founders Kit for free. 12 books and CDs. Again, up to you. Millionaire in the Making Workshop, same as the previous two. But this one's almost $4,000. But they hand you $25,000 of cash credit. Today, it's $1,999 today. Now. If you wait, sorry you missed out. You also get the Millionaire's Founders Kit for free. All 12 books and CDs. But again, you got to follow through. And here's the Zelle one more time or wire deposit. No more excuses for you. You're stuck with me. I want you at every workshop on Saturday with me. I want to hold your hand. We're going to sing Kumbaya. Every referral, I'll give you $1,000 more credit. Give me 5, I'll give you $10,000 card. Pretty simple to do. You could be watching me on Google, Facebook, or YouTube. But if you're missing the PowerPoint in front of me, you might want to go to raisewellmentor.com, get the full overview, and stop bringing the pain home. You never had to do that in the first place. I don't get it. Out of high school, you could have did this. What is wrong with you? This is what I heard at 7.5 years old. It's not legal advice at all. It's Chapter 18. Can you read it out loud with me? You ready? A corporation is a legal person that may sue or be sued. You get it? Corporations have more rights than you and me. The United States of America Incorporated set up 50 states called corporations. Every state set up the cities called corporations. You don't get this. You could have did this right out of school. Or it's called the line of defense. See it, believe it, go get it. Even the United States of America planned if there was a problem. That's why they created a Chapter 9 bankruptcy under the Federal Protection Act. It's public record. It's your chance to step up and start doing it right. Go get the million and billion you've been wanting to all your life. Don't worry, no one knows what I know today. All right? And God only made one of me. Thank God for that. But if you're not stepping up and learning to play the game, go back to being stuck. Only real people who want to go get it, do it. It's just like when basically Nixon took the gold standard out, gave them the key to printing press. They can print zillions of dollars if they want to. You and me, FSN, to get a job for a 1040 tax return, that's all it was for. Mama delivered a baby this morning. Do you know, because we do the census to print more money, all right, Mama will be handed a form within 3 hours or less, an SSN form for the baby. If she don't fill it out, all right, the government can't bond to the baby for $35 million plus and print some more money. But if she fills it out, the baby gets to go to the stroller and car seat and go home. She won't fill out the form, by the way. It's just the rules and tools. Don't bring the pain home. You watch rich and famous people not bring the pain home. All right, cities. How about the grocery stores and the banks in your city today? You better start paying attention. Now, I'll do the status update for you on a Saturday. I do it every Saturday. I'm the one who tells you what needs to be done. The worst thing I would ever do is ask you to do two things. Can you listen and follow through? The only thing that would hold me back is you. Now, Walt Disney, the loophole king in Newsweek, they didn't want to pay tax on $1 billion. All they had to do is write an IOU. If Disney can play the game, so can you. Now, I know online you're going to see trade lines. By the way, that's crap. All right, all you got to do is basically download the Fair Lending Act. All right, it'll tell you how fraud it is. And you don't have to guarantee that's BS. Here's cash credit. We need cash in King and Queen. Why? To pay the rent, the light bill, the employees. They're not going to take a Staples card. So we're going to get 8 cards per division. 9 lines of cash credit per division. All right, supply credit, vendor credit, marketing credit, lease credit, gas cards too. Bottom line, you got to be the qualified CFO you need to be. I'm going to rebuild you my way, and I want to repackage America again too. The only card you can get past 29%, what's it going to be? Gold and a platinum. Would you like one, or would you like a pack of 10? Let me know, because I'll get you 10 at a time. Kind of fun, but that can be up to $1 million to $10 million of credit. Might be a little too much for you today. Credit rebuilding, rapid rescore, 820, $1,000 card, articles if you need them or want them too, officer's tax ID and setup class at level 1 for free. Half price is $4.99, and if you sell it during a webinar, you get the 12 books and CDs for free. Literally free. I sell that for $500 plus. So guess what? You got a giveaway today if you basically play the game. Starter package for $1 million. Bottom line is half price is $9.99, but you get 10,000 of credit. Next, we got to do is think about what you want to really do. You're going to get the 12 books and CDs, the Millionaire's Founders Kit, for free if you sell the $9.99 before I'm done. But again, if you procrastination, all right, never feeds the family. Millionaire in the making so far. They charge up to $4,000 in the office. Half price for me is $1,999, $25,000 of credit. Once again, if you sell it during the webinar, you get the 12 books and CDs for free. But if you don't, call the sales team later on, because they can't give it away like I can. They belong to me, not to them, and they're not allowed to give away me for free. Zelle wire deposit today. Again, Mr. Buffett, I loved his father, I love him. He's playing the game. He's never had to use money to buy a business. You think he does. What he uses is borrowed money, which is not taxable, and transfer stock. He gets the businesses for free. Isn't it your turn to play the game too? As an affiliate, it'll say authorized users crap. Trade lines are crap too. Got to get you past go and get you to be the qualified CFO you need to be. It's going to be up to you. Make sure you look at the Fair Lending Act. Ultimate goal. You know what I did? I actually created a way to daisy chain credit years ago to 113 different ways. Every corporate credit card I get you, we can get up to 99 more. How many would you like starting today? Line of credit too. But again, this is up to you. Don't have the intent to defraud or rip anybody off. Please, please, please. I don't want to talk to the government agency about this person and that person too. Corporation, please listen. If you have a corporation and it's doing business, I'm going to call that stupidity. It's supposed to have credit. It's supposed to have a line of defense. It manages pieces of divisions. When they sue the corporation, they turn to say you and pierce your veil in most cases. It's public record. Check it out. A corporation has a line of defense. The divisions and more, those are the ducks. Just in case something goes wrong. We're do what they got to do. Disconnect, isolate, incorporate. Can't save a piece. Hell, we'll bankrupt the piece, keep the other pieces, and never bring the pain where? Home. Just like you see the empty banks and grocery stores today. It's about time you pay attention to me. Buying a house, pretty simple. Raise rules. Escrow close, escrow homestead, escrow put in a trust. If it's not in the trust today, when someone sues you, don't worry, they'll just take it away from you. If you die, it's stuck into probate. Your family got diddly squat, by the way. What you might want to think about when you fix up a property today, do what I do, please. I know you're going to hire the contractor that stands outside Home Depot. Good workers. What if they cut corners, they slip and fall, and they sue you and take everything you got? Well, I would have spent $12 and did a quick claim deed to a division of a corporation. I would have did an assignment of equity too. You see, the ultimate goal is when they try to sue you to make sure they get diddly squat. Why not? That's up to you. Make sure you don't bring the pain where? Home ever again. So if you don't have a trust today, I'd probably look at irrevocable trust if I was you. Ultimate goal, you got to do what you got to do. So the main thing today, if some of you are playing peekaboo with the IRS making a mess, please stop that right away. The IRS is the rule book. They'll tell you corporations don't pay tax so they make a profit. It's pretty simple to do. So please, if you did that and it's kind of screwed up in the past, go to irs.gov. Download a form called 656 of 433A and B. Get your COVID-19 check. Get your butt back in the system starting today. Now, what happens is we want to fix up that property. But I want you to do it my way. See, I want you to have divisions and go back to the manufacturer. Save up to 70%. I don't really want you to pay a bill for 30 to 60, 90 days anyway. See, the ultimate goal is pretty simple. Let's use their money to fix up their property today. All right? If you pay the, escrow closes, pay off the debt, you probably have up to $200,000 left over. Now, don't act like you're rich, because you're not. If you've had $10,000, $100,000 in the past, kind of pissed it away, and you're broke today, sorry to say, you kind of screwed up. Write down raise rules, please. Write down leveraging money. And then write down borrow money's not taxable. Let's understand something. The greatest thing I ever learned is how to leverage money to more money. All right, set up the line of defense, too. Now, this is my building before the coma. It was only 22,000 square feet in Irvine Spectrum. 2-story building, too. The bank was at the office almost every day going, All right, and what did they do? Pretty simple. All right, they kiss your assets when you got money. Reality is when you don't have a pot to piss in, they don't know your name. So the bottom line is pretty simple. If you got that extra money from that escrow, I would have showed you how to leverage it times what? 3 times 5? Up to $3 million. See, borrow money's not taxable. Leverage money, raise rules. Ultimate goal, I'd use say take 2 of that, go get a McDonald's today. It's your choice. We can leverage money every day. It's not hard to do. It turns into more money. Now, some of my clients in the past you might recognize have over 2019 rich and famous people, like Mr. Fishburne, his mama, and Mr. Clinton, too. Michael, God rest his soul, Kurt Cobain, Kevin Costner, and Arnold, and on, and even someone from my own neck of the woods called Free Ray Ricky Ross. Come on down. And don't forget about the old university professor as well, too. Your ultimate goal, beat your own doubt. Run your race, but let me coach you the rest of your life, please. I don't want you to screw this up, please. So let's look at the word loan. You see it in front of you 8 times? Let's take $50,000 off the corporate card. Get to write out the card straight, too. It's like free money. We just maintain the payment and see 191D. This is the true thing when I set up 43 years ago. How to use leveraging cash flow free time. Not using a little card, getting a condo like someone stole my idea years ago. They didn't steal it. They just basically blah, blah, blah. Me, I'm going to hand you the money and the credit. This is called cash flow free time. I'll take $50,000 divided by 5, loan 5 people $10,000 apiece. Put a second trust deed on the house. A homestead blocker, UCC with a chattel mortgage too. Then I'll call, that company says, my money, I want it now. They actually factor it in 24 hours and hand me the money back too. But here's the game. After paying this card every month, minimum payment, you now created cash flow of $2,449 a month. All right, now you can free up your time. That's what cash flow free time really means, but I've been teaching for 43 years. From there, if you want 4,800, 7347, let me know. You get to set up your own cash flow free time. No excuses anymore. You met me. Now, I'm not going to show anything I didn't obtain myself, from the mansions, the helicopters, to the yachts. I got to get you past go because I think you're stuck. Unfortunately, God's gift. I park my race boat and my yacht in my backyard. Where you park yours again? Helicopter, building, Lamborghini too? Now, I'd like you to change your driver's license starting today, but that's up to you. You see, you wrote a check the other day and showed your driver's license. That means your house got robbed the other day. Was that a miracle or what? Why don't you learn how to protect your assets and never bring the pain home? You even have the Driver's Protection Act too. Now, it's kind of like the car. When you bought a car the last time, you didn't listen to me. You let someone sweat you for hours on end. You lost up to $5,000. Or you got up to 9 inquiries too. When they handed you the piece of paper, said, we've got to pull your credit. When you signed it, you should have put next to your signature, allows 1 inquiry only. You should have took a picture. But unfortunately, you didn't do that, so now your car is registered to you. Sorry to say, that means you're a duck. You get a little bumpity bump, guess what they're going to do? Sue you and take everything you got. I'll show you mansions, I can show you buildings, I can show you yachts, I can show you Ferraris, Lamborghinis too. But everyone I show you was actually mine through a corporate structure. I don't like blah, blah, blah today. I want to get you your dream corporation. I want you to go into the workshop so I can build it for you. Listen to what I have to say as I build it for you. I'll even hand you the keys. No more excuses from you. Now from here, when you go to that grocery store or the bank today, little bumpity bump, the person's going to act like they get whiplash. Then they're going to ask for your driver's license, insurance, registration, please. What's going to happen? I told you to change your driver's license. That's up to you. The insurance you're paying for out of your paycheck, which is called taxable income, they could actually have paid it through the corporation. And on top of that, you don't have to be the registered owner. Do you like being the duck? That's why you're going to do that too? Remember, they're probably going to call them these nasty attorneys on TV. I call them bloodsuckers. And they're going to sue you and take everything you got. Why don't you get your butt to the workshop with me on Saturday so you can learn that a division will be the registered owner of any car you ever drive. So at the end of the day, when they try to sue you, they get diddly squat. Why not? If the grocery store and the bank can play the game, so can you. Here's the 4 boxes again, called the pattern of 4. Line of defense. Problem with the piece, what do? Simple. We got the other pieces that we had to get rid of one. But we never bring the pain where? Home ever again. So let's think. My wife said, honey, we take out the yacht on July 4th to watch the fireworks? No problem. Fill it up. Use a corporate credit card, interest rate, and wrote it off too. Up to $1,600. Wow. And I wrote off the yacht too. Now understand something. There's the largest yacht dock in Huntington Harbor. There's the address. Check it out. It's pretty simple to do. The next day I'm in a coma and I got to die. Someone came on my yacht with swine flu and pneumonia and killed me. Kind of sucks. That's what I look when they call them at the time of death. They actually take a picture. You imagine that? The hospital takes pictures and have to tell the state and federal government you died before the family even gets to notify too. But I made a comment to God. I said, please, you let me live. I'll go help my family, but I'll make sure I do workshops and seminars and boot camps to help people the rest of my life. That's why I'm here with you. Your ultimate goal? All right, I got H1N1 pandemic number 9 back then. But I died the next day, but I still came back. Walked around with an oxygen tank for 5 weeks. From there, I put my score back to an 820. And guess what? 6 weeks, I had $1 million card again. I want you to write down closet division, please. I always have 5 of those. God's using me to help you if you pay attention today. Here's a Lamborghini in a building. All right, saying the Reynolds University too. You know what's really weird? I've been told no 1 billion times. Sorry to say, I don't listen to a bunch of dummies. Reach the dream, think, and do the impossible. I've done it all my life. It's your turn today. Ultimate goal, every seminar, workshop, boot camp, you're stuck with me. I don't understand. You've done some motivational stuff. You like listening to that too? Bottom line, blah, blah, blah today. If they're not handing you the money and the credit, all right, as far as I'm concerned, it's blah, blah, blah today. Let's talk about your story. Let's get you an 820 credit score, up to $100,000 of credit. Let's turn around from here and give you a corporation division. It's up to $1 million, so you stop being stuck. Ultimate goal for you is get with me, and I'm going to hold your hand for the next 90 days plus, so we have no more excuses. Building your millions, not hard to do. That's why I want you to go into the workshops every Saturday for the next 90 days with you. I want to repackage your house, your car, your bank account, and more. But again, that's up to you. When it comes to the 18 books and CDs, if you want them, office sales for $9.98. What I like to do is give you half price if you sell it during the webinar, $4.99. If you don't, it's okay. Call sales later on. They're not allowed to discount it. And if they do, I'd have to fire them. They can't violate the rules. There's a Zell, now. There you go. Ultimate goal, credit rebuilding, 8 score, 820, rapid rescore, $1,000 card back to you. Articles also tax city if you want them for free. Set up level 1, 2. Half price is $4.99. And if you sell it before I'm done, you get the 12 books and CDs called the Millionaire's Founders Kit for free. Starter package, this is the same as the previous one, but this comes with $10,000 of credit. Half price is $9.99 today. If you Zelle it before I'm done, you get the books and CDs. If you wait, sorry, you missed out on that too. Millionaire in the Making, $25,000 of credit, all the goodies and everything from me, and I do the work for you. $1,999 today. $25,000 of cash credit. And on top of that, you get the 12 books and CDs, the Millionaire's Founders Kit for free. No more excuses for you. There's the Zelle wire deposit. All you got to do is step up to the plate. Now, Nixon took the gold standard out. When we look at the 14th Amendment, it made corporations into people. That's why it's called We the People. The United States of America set up 50 states or a corporation. States set up their line of defense too, called cities. They're playing the game. Why haven't you? Well, these turned on. Is something wrong with you? Did you stub your toe? Got to go blow your nose? I mean, there's no excuses after meeting me. Never have joint credit. Silly and dumb. Buy a house, escrow, close escrow, homestead escrow, put it in trust. You should always have $1 million of credit, by the way. All right? Line of defense, real estate divisions, franchise, current business. If you don't learn the line of defense and raise rules and tools, go back to being stuck. You're never going to get there no matter how you try, unless you win the lottery. All right, good luck on that too. Raise rules. Ultimate goal is plan the problem. Safety, credit, line of defense. See it, believe it, go get it. Don't forget the stickies in the back of every card. So, corporations and divisions. And all of a sudden, we look at the cities, we look at the states, we look at the grocery store and the bank too, and they got a branch number. See, you got to play. Everybody talks about the American dream. I like to put them all on stage and go head to hoe, knowledge to knowledge, and we'll go from their BS to BS. If they're not handing you millions and millions and millions of credit, how are you going to go get it? It takes the rules and the tools and the discipline to know how to do this today. And I've been teaching it for 43 years. So receiving money every month, pay all your bills, drive a company car, go on a business trip, help other people, free up your time. Set up the line of defense, please. Let me do it for you too. Get into setup level 1 starting Saturday at 10 a.m. usually. So all you got to do is follow through. I'll hold your hand every step of the way, and we can even sing Kumbaya. 1,000 Rules is $1 million company. 20,000 is billion. How far you want to go? Last and final chance for you today. Credit rebuilding, rapid rescore 820. $1,000 card back to you. Articles also tax ID for free. Setup in level 1 too. All right. All you got to do is understand. Half price is $4.99. $1,000 card to you. And on top of that, you get the 12 books and CDs for free. Only if you did it before the webinar is done. Starter package for the $1 million maker. Simple. Alright, articles also tax ID, division setup 1, and level 1 for divisions. Half price is $9.99 to you today. You get $10,000 of credit. If you Zelle it right away, you get 12 books and CDs for free. Call the Millionaire's Founders Kit. The Millionaires in the Making workshop too. $25,000 of credit. Same all the goodies as well. $1,999 to you today. Today. Now. You Zelle it. You get the 12 books and CDs for free. You don't Zelle it, you missed out. Simple. There's a Zelle, the wire deposit right away. Stay safe. Stay strong. If you're wondering what's next to come, let it be you and me. Let's always remember life is a gift from our Father in heaven. God has given the opportunity to believe and receive. Let us make the best of the day and give thanks in every way. Thank you, Jesus, for one more day. Amen to that. If I can do this, born in a taxi, all right, basically begging and stealing and begging off the pier as a little boy at 3, and I can get through hell, so can you. So there's no sad stories. We use it as energy and we go forward. We see it, believe it, go get it. You can call 800 toll-free 510-3338. If you did not Zelle, let them talk to you. They'll work out the best deal they can do. I just want to help every one of you get past to the next step. It'll be up to you. At the end of the day, remember, we got to do our best as God does the rest. We got to understand that today. So 800-510-3338. Call it right away.